Bismillah, alhamdulillah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hello everyone. Really, a great entrepreneur really has to know his business, has to understand the numbers. I can't tell you how many times I've been pitched with people who don't understand what valuations are, and that's an automatic out for me. How do you scale your business? But more importantly, you can sense the passion into the entrepreneur. Is there effort that he's putting in to actually make these numbers happen and achieve the forecast that he has? Other than that, for me, I get pitched to quite a few, like I'm sure you do. By doing that, we learn about different sectors and different economies, and then we have our own specialty that we can weed out the duds from the real guys.
So I went online and looked at your portfolio.
Yeah.
Knowing that I can hear talking to you today, you have an immensely diverse portfolio, which is a little unusual. Most people or families get involved in themes. They're into real estate or they're into technology. You're involved in a wide range of different activities. You've got real estate, you've got technology, you've got infrastructure, you've got sports, you have entertainment. How is it you can manage such diverse disciplines? What are you doing to manage a portfolio like that? Because that is not usual, even in a private equity.
It wasn't easy at first, but then I just split the companies in half, basically. So the traditional infrastructure type of investments are dealt with an entity I call KBW Investments. So that does the real estate development, that does a part of construction. And then I needed a more structured approach for my venture investing that I was doing for 15 years, but it was not any way, shape, or form.
Were you happy with your original results?
Original? No, not at all. The 80-20 rule lives very well.
In other words, 80% were losers, 20% were winners.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we changed that with a few. With a certain type of investment that we were making called a pro rata opportunity fund. So we would be investing into taking opportunities from other venture firms and then fulfilling their right to keep investing into their winners. So basically giving us the legal inside information on the winning companies and giving us the ability to invest in them, eliminating the 80-20 rule.
And that is your strategy now. So you're a later stage investor at this point.
I am not so much as a later stage, but between Series B and D is really our sweet spot. We've made some exceptions, obviously, like Beyond Meat. Another ones like Memphis Meats did a Series Seed round. But those are companies that I'm looking for the long term, obviously.
When you're in a position like you are, where you're a public figure, you're a known investor, there's certain investment themes that are finding their way into most countries now.
Sure.
One of them is sustainability, and another is diversity. Now, when you think about these two themes and you're making a new investment, are they in the back of your mind? Are you starting to ask yourself, do I have enough diversity in my portfolio? Because I know I'm going to be scrutinized by the public. Do I have enough sustainability in my model?
Our model right now currently works, and the thing that I'm not too worried about what the public is really perceiving our investments is because we're focused, even though it seems like we're diverse, but we're really focused in terms of technology and in terms of real estate investments. And then we have we're dabbling onto obviously a crane company, so a part of construction. But the entertainment part is super interesting for me simply because of what's happening here in the country. The entertainment industry is absolutely booming.
Specifically what in entertainment? There's such a broad range. You could invest in movies.
Yeah.
That's been a traditionally terrible place to put money.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, my first talk was with Landmark Theaters, and I met your friend Mark Cuban.
Yes.
And we talked about Landmark Theaters to bring them in Saudi Arabia way before AMC and way before all the others came into play.
Are you glad you didn't do that?
I'm actually not. Actually, I am. I'll tell you why. It's because as soon as I heard PIF was entering the movie space in terms of partnering with AMC, clearly I had to run away.
And also, it seems to me that with a younger population in Saudi Arabia, they have grown up with their cell phones. They're used to watching their entertainment on their mobile device. So when you think about investing in entertainment, give me an example of an area that you would find interesting.
An area what I would find interesting really is in concerts. It's really an interesting play. Again, what I would like to do is do something what has to do with some physical activity. So entertainment in terms of sports also. That would be really interesting for me. I'd like like I'm heading the Saudi Sports for All Federation, and our mandate is to get 40% of the population active by 2030. We've reached about 24% now, and I'm on the side of getting people active as opposed to just sitting down and watching a concert.
When you say active, you're talking about people of all ages?
All ages. No, all ages. Yeah, we're really focused between the ages of 5 all the way to 65. And when I talk about entertainment and talk about sports activity, it's anywhere from the soul cycling all the way to CrossFit. So you can have all of the high impact and low impact types of entertaining sports platforms.
Every time I interview a successful entrepreneur, there's two questions I ask them. Every single one of them have had mentorship in their life. Sometimes it's their mother, sometimes it's their father, sometimes it's an uncle, sometimes it's someone that's not part of the family. There's always some influence that really affected them. Who is that for you?
I mean, clearly, there's no doubt that being the son of a Walid bin Talal has been an enormous blessing for me, and I've learned so much from my dad. Being exposed to so many of the deals that he has, thank you very much. Exposed to so many of the amazing deals that came to fruition now. So the Four Seasons, I was at the signing, the Citibank, I was at the signing, and then a bunch of other really successful.
What age did he bring you into the room talking business?
Easily 8 years old, 7 years old. I was in those meetings, traveling 4 states in one day, checking out different hotels, which ones that he wants to buy to include in the portfolio, the Four Seasons, and all that. So my father definitely played a huge role, and not to sell her short, obviously, but my mom did an amazing job with me. My dad worked a lot, obviously. So my mom was at home a lot, and putting up with me alone is a chore by itself. But I've learned humility, I've learned humbleness, I've learned to really be personable.